Hi Leo, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your weekly reading. I hope you are doing really well. I want to take a second to remind you though that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every single Leo out there. So guys, take what resonates for you and leave the rest for someone else. Also remember that the energies can reverse. So if it is resonating, Leo, you get in where you fit in, but don't force yourself into a reading that is not for you. Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Leo? Leo. All right, Leo, you are starting out with the Two of Pentacles in the reverse. You have the Princess of Wands in the reverse, and you have the Five of Cups. So Leo, you're going through a difficult time right now. I do feel like you're feeling very sad. There's a sense of longing, a sense of sadness. This could be because you feel that somebody has chosen another direction, or perhaps you've had to do that. I also feel like there's some things that you're not talking about. If somebody else chose to go in another direction, I feel like you may be viewing them as a little bit of a player. This could be somebody that you've been on and off with in your energy. I also feel like if there is an on and off situation, even if it was you who had to move in a different direction, I feel like you're currently in this situation where it's in the off position. There's definitely a feeling of being suppressed, not feeling the joy in your life, feeling a lot of sadness regarding situations that have not gone the way that you wanted, and decisions that have been made here. Let me see who is in your energy. I just feel like with the Two of Pentacles here, there's a deep imbalance that's in your life currently. So let me see who is in your energy. Show me who is in Leo's energy. Yeah, I feel like you're in a situation that is kind of on and off, and it's just unbalanced. It's like you may be feeling like the more you give, the less you get. Let me see who is in Leo's energy. All right, so the person in your energy, Leo, we have the Ace of Swords in the reverse, the Six of Cups. Yeah, this is somebody you've known for a while, or they're a soulmate perhaps, and Seven of Cups along with Innocence. Now, in this deck, Innocence is the same card as the Fool. It's like a new beginning. So I feel like this person that's in your energy, there could be a lack of communication right now. I'm seeing you both not communicating. There's definitely a lack of clarity though. Now that being said, this person does have a lot of love for you. In fact, if there was, in their whole life, if there was one thing that they could wish for, it would be you. So, but here's the problem. This person views, they view relationships, in particular love relationships, but perhaps all, they view relationships as in a very idealistic way, and they don't allow other options. So they're highly inflexible, and it's almost like they feel that every relationship has to be a battle. So they're constantly in fight mode. I do feel like this person, this could come from childhood, by the way, but it doesn't have to. There's just this feeling that this person is somebody who just feels like love is a battlefield, and that's difficult to deal with. Now, I also feel like this is somebody who thinks about you quite a bit. They actually could have dreams about you. And I do feel like they're trying to figure out how to have a new beginning with you, how to start things over. But at the same time, this is somebody that feels like everybody's out to get them all the time. So they're difficult to deal with. And this is why there's such an imbalance here, and this is what's making you feel so sad. So let me see who, or the energy between Leo and this person. Ace of Cups in the reverse. Yeah. So this person has some very toxic energy, and that energy is draining you. You feel extremely drained in this situation. And ironically, they do as well, but they're not telling you this. I'm also seeing here that there's been an ending between the two of you. There's likely not communication right now. And I do feel like this person's trying to figure out how to jumpstart this connection again. Show me what's affecting this connection. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Yeah, I feel like this took a downward turn rather quickly. And I'm also seeing here that, you know, there is definitely unfinished business. I will also tell you that you have some kind of connection with this person through previous lifetimes. So it would not surprise me if this was a soulmate, because there's a history with this person, but it may not necessarily be just in this lifetime. There's definitely soulmate energy that goes back into, you know, multiple lifetimes. And so that's, and I feel like not only that, but this pattern has persisted in multiple lifetimes as well. Show me the outcome. There is unfinished business between the two of you, though, and I feel like you both are aware of it. The Ace of Wands. So there's definitely going to be a restart to this connection. Yeah, there definitely is. This person is trying to figure out how to go about creating that. They just, this person has some baggage, though. All right, bottom of the deck is the Nine of Swords in the reverse. This is underlying energy, and it does indicate that you're experiencing a tremendous amount of anxiety and maybe overthinking things. That will end, likely it will end with the reboot of this connection. But right now, there's a lot of sadness here. So let me clarify your reading here, Leo. Spirit, why is the Two of Pentacles in reverse? Yeah, you're unhappy right now. Three of Cups reversed, Page of Pentacles reversed. You're questioning the maturity of this person. You could be questioning whether they even have anything to offer you, whether you want to bring this back together or not, because it is draining you so much. There is a sense of this person having some very venomous words that ended this connection. So I do feel like you're kind of going back and forth in your mind about whether or not this person is ever going to mature. Are they ever going to offer you anything of substance? You know, should you even pursue this? Let me see the Princess of Wands in reverse. King of Pentacles reversed. And the Seven of Cups reversed. Now, they have the Seven of Cups in the upright. I feel like you know that this person, that you have some sort of a spiritual link with this person. I do feel like you would choose this person over anybody else, you know, given those options, but you're drained by the toxicity here. I also feel like, you know, this person is very destabilizing somehow in your life. There's a sense here of deep loss, deep sadness. And I do feel that, you know, you don't express that to this person as much as you, because I see you being very clear about it, but I don't see you expressing that to this person. You definitely feel like things are not completely over between the two of you, but I feel like you have more insight here into what is going on with this person, as far as its relationship and, you know, past life or spiritual aspects of it. I feel like you're aware of this. They might get glimpses of that, or they might, you know, have dreams of that nature, but you're definitely more aware of it. So I do feel that this person has really caused a lot of sadness in your life, but you don't feel that it's completely over. Let me see the Five of Cups. Show me the Five of Cups for Leo. Okay, so we have the Six of Wands. We have the Three of Wands reversed, Queen of Wands, and the High Priestess. Yeah, you definitely feel that this is a spiritual relationship, but it's making you so very sad. I also feel like you're not really taking action on this. You know, you're kind of in this, you're feeling a little bit stuck in this energy of sadness, of, you know, wondering, you know, if this is ever going to balance out. And it's because you're not taking action. You want so badly for this to succeed, even though the part of you is saying, I don't even know if this is where I need to be. I do feel like you are leaning into your intuition, though, and a lot of you are impatient for this to begin again, but you want it to begin with a sense of passion, not with all this baggage. So I just feel like you have very mixed emotions here, but I do also feel like you want this to work out. So let me see. Look at the bottom of the deck is that Nine of Swords. Now, underlying energy says that that's going to relieve. So that's good. Let me see their energy. Why is the Ace of Swords in reverse? Why is the Ace of Swords in reverse for this person in Leo's energy? Show me the Ace of Swords in reverse for the person in Leo's energy. There it is. All right, we have the Hierophant reversed. You could be dealing with a Taurus. Could be dealing with a Pisces as well. Oh, they're sad too. Okay, so you're mirroring each other. You both are feeling really sad at this ending. Ah, yeah, you're both sad. This person is looking back at everything, and currently they do not feel loved. They're questioning the love in this connection. Do you really love them? So let me look at the Six of Cups. Show me the Six of Cups for the person in Leo's energy. Yeah, and you know what, Leo? I can literally feel the sadness in this reading. Like, it's so strong. Show me the Six of Cups. Oh my gosh, look. This person has a Six of Cups that is literally clarifying the Six of Cups. So like I told you, there is a deep spiritual bond here that has gone back through, you know, more than one lifetime. This person sees you as happiness. They actually dream about forming a family with you, whatever that might be comprised of. Some of you, they dream about having children. This person has deep love for you. There's a deep, deep spiritual bond that is here. And this person does recognize you as a soulmate. They recognize you as someone that they could have absolute happiness with. Let me see this bottom energy. Show me the bottom energy for the person in Leo's energy. Again. Show me the bottom energy for the person in Leo's energy. All right. So they're having a Tower moment. Okay, we have the Tower, we have the Strength card. You could be dealing with another Leo, but I feel like for most of you, this person's highly focused on you. And then we have Judgment. Yeah, this person is trying to figure out how in the world to bring this back together, to reconcile this. There's been a Tower moment, and that Tower moment occurred with the ending of this connection. This person, like I told you, they view relationships as something that they have to fight for, or they have to overcome, or that somebody is withholding from them. It's almost like they feel that there's always somebody out to get them, and that is a very strong feeling within this person. And right now, they're looking at you, Leo, and saying, what do you want from me? What is it that you are trying to do? It's like this person has a lack of trust in the universe, a lack of trust in you, a lack of trust in anyone, to be honest with you. So they're currently going through a Tower moment because they're trying to figure out how to kickstart this, how to bring it back together. They do have very strong feelings for you, and they are definitely very much, you know, thinking about you. So, but it's the way they're approaching relationships and the world at large it's dysfunctional. And this person, I think, is beginning to understand that they need to work on themselves. Let me see, show me the energy between Leo and this person. So Leo, I feel like you see in this person something that they don't even see in themselves right now. And, you know, that's where all this sadness is coming from. That's where this is such an unbalanced connection. Star card in reverse. You could be dealing with an Aquarius. And then we have the Ten of Swords in reverse. Yeah, this person is saying that this relationship ended because, you know, you either they're saying it ended and this was incredibly painful for them, or they may feel that in some manner that you betrayed them. Although I'm not seeing that in your cards, quite honestly. Now, for some of you, you may have gone in another direction and you may have refused to reconcile with this person at some point because of somebody new, and that didn't work out. But I don't think that's for very many of you. Now, with the Star card in reverse, there's a need for healing to take place. This is an incredibly unbalanced, and I feel like you are a relationship, and I feel like you are aware of that. And so I do feel like there's a deep, deep need for healing. I feel like right now your emotions are up and down, up and down. This person does want to work things out. They do want to heal this connection. So, yeah, and it's because they're having a Tower moment. Let me see the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. Two of Pentacles reversed. That was your first card out. And the Magician in the reverse. You may also feel this person is manipulating this scenario. They could be coming in trying to buy you gifts or bring you gifts to appease things. You may feel that they're trying to manipulate. Now, what your energy is telling me is that the imbalance was caused because of the loss in this connection and because of the imbalance. And also, I feel like you don't feel very heard in this connection. I do feel like you're pretty clear about the dynamics that are going on here, including even the past life connection. So I do feel like, you know, you're trying to make a decision about whether you should, you know, stick this out or whether you should just make a decision to end this. And it's really going to be predicated upon what you believe their intentions are here. Now, I feel like they think that this did not manifest the way it was supposed to. They want to turn it around. They want to put it back on a good track. Because the truth is that this person actually really does love you. They're questioning, because of the way they're perceiving the world, they're questioning whether you love them. Which is, that's the damnedest thing, because I don't see anything in your energy that would tell me otherwise. But I can easily see why it's not manifesting, because this person is sabotaging it because they don't trust the connection. But they don't trust anybody. It's like they feel everybody's out to get them. Let me see the outcome. Show me the outcome between Leo and this person. Okay, we have the Knight of Swords reversed. We have the Three of Pentacles. And then we have the Four of Wands. Oof. Okay. So I will tell you this. I do feel that this person's going to figure out how to reboot this connection. I feel like it's going to come from their side, and you're impatient for them. I don't feel like you're going to approach them about this. I feel like they're coming towards you. This person is in love with you, Leo. They want this connection. It does appear that they're going to approach you in a very passionate manner, but their goal is to create a solid foundation here. There is a soul contract between you and this person. They're wanting to level this up. They want to bring it back together and make it a connection that is solid, that is stable. Stability is very important to this person, but they sabotage it every time they turn around. So in your energy, I see you basically leaning deep into your intuition. You're wondering if this person is legit in what they are bringing to the table. Because, see, you've been holding back. You've been kind of sitting back. You want this to work out, but at the same time, I feel like you're reaching a point where you have one foot in and one foot out because it's been so unstable, because it has been so up and down. I feel like you are questioning whether or not this is actually the connection for you. I can see that there have been some arguments as well, and I do feel that you really do want it to be successful, but you're dealing with somebody that's got a lot of baggage here. I do see it coming back together, but the unfortunate part is I don't feel like you're still going to be able to speak up for yourself here. There's almost a sense here of you allowing this connection to make you feel disempowered and unheard. And that's something that you have to look at, because remember, when there is a soul connection, there's a contract here. It's not only on one side. So while they have baggage here, you do as well. As a reader, I do have to point that out. And so that's something you might want to look at. You may want to look at, the instability. And if you're playing a part in that, you may want to look at the feeling of powerlessness that is accompanying this relationship, and this feeling of not being heard, not being able to speak your truth. So just look at that as well. There's definitely something here that you're learning as well as this person is. But I do see this coming back together. All right, so bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Cups. This is underlying energy, and it does tell me that for some of you, this is an apology. For others, this person is going to be reaching out in a very sweet way, likely bringing gifts of some sort, or extending themselves to you in some manner. This is going to bring that anxiety level that you're feeling way, way down. But just know that there's still some underlying issues here that's within this soul contract that's incomplete and needs to be addressed. All right, so I'm going to pull an oracle card, and we'll see if there's any further advice. That was really quick. All right, so your card is number 17, and it's called Beauty. So let's read that. Give me 1 second. Recognize your inner and outer beauty. You are beautiful, special, unique, and attractive. When was the last time you looked in the mirror and felt good about what you see? Did you know that your features can literally change based on how you feel about yourself and your life? Your internal experiences are etched on your face and your body. People can feel your energy when you enter a room. When a person who is not thought of as being physically good-looking connects to their own inner light, wisdom, and warmth, the glow that emanates from within makes them extremely appealing and attracts people and opportunities towards them. Focus on what you love about yourself and allow yourself to shine. If you're challenged by how you see yourself, this could be a perfect time for an internal and/or an external makeover. All right. So I hope that this has been helpful for you. If you have resonated with this, Leo, hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. Hype the video if you get the opportunity. And until I see you in your next reading, Leo, know that you are loved. And namaste.